So, how are you guys? I'm Madonna Brown. This is Hank Brown. We're both licensed clinical mental health counselors, and Hank has Lewy body dementia. He's had symptoms for about 10 years now, and he's only 56. So, he started having symptoms when he was 46. And during the last week, Hank has had a kidney stone, and we had to go to the emergency room. And neither one of us ever had a kidney stone, so we didn't know what it was, and that's what he found out. And everything went fine. He went on Thursday. Then Friday, Saturday, Sunday wasn't too bad. Monday morning was really bad. And then on Tuesday, he had to go to see the urologist. And they set him up for surgery the next day. So on Wednesday, which was yesterday, he had surgery. They put a stent in, and then they took and busted up his kidney stone. So the stent has to stay in for a week. And we're just waiting now for the kidney stones to pass now that they're broken up. And if you will watch all the way through to the end of the video, while he was in surgery, I made a video just about caregiving and what it's like to be at the hospital with him while he's in surgery and some things that I was experiencing. I also talk about some things that I took because I've learned from going to the hospital lately, some things you're going to need to take when you go, or you're going to be really uncomfortable as the caregiver. Because for some reason, Hank, you get a bed.
I know. What are you doing wrong?
I don't know. Hank gets a bed every time, and I have to sit in a doggone straight back chair. I didn't even get a recliner in the emergency room or when you went for your surgery.
I don't know.
Did you tell them not to give me a recliner to sit in?
No, I wouldn't have done that to you. But I might next time.
You might next time?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I might not take care of you then.
Yeah.
So how was the experience for you?
Well, it wasn't fun. But it wasn't quite as bad as I thought it was going to be. You know, because you get all that. You hear everybody wants to tell you everybody about their experience and how bad it was and stuff. And, you know, I'm not going to lie. It wasn't great. It wasn't fun. But, you know, you just had to work through it. And it was pain in the, I guess, butt, if you want to say it. But it was.
You know what I noticed is when you go to the hospital or anything like that, you don't act nervous. I noticed when they put your IV in at the emergency room and when you had surgery both, you didn't seem nervous, were you?
No.
Okay.
No. Just that's something you have to do.
That's true. That's true. They put the IV in and he never says anything. I've noticed that one thing that bothers Hank during these processes is when they put tape on his arm. He's not fond of the tape on his arm, and especially if it pulls. He's not. That's something that irritates you. Have you noticed that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my arm kind of hairy.
Yeah. Anything like that. And his gown got tangled up and was pulling when I tried to move it, and he didn't like that. And I noticed when he came out of surgery. When you came out of surgery, he was ready to go home. It's like he was awake. He didn't want to sit around and wait or anything. It's like, I'm ready. And it's like, no, you got to stay 30 minutes. You got to go to the bathroom, and you have to stay 30 minutes. And he wasn't happy with that. He's very impatient. Yeah.
Well, they seemed like I got a whole tour of the hospital.
Really?
Yeah. They took me upstairs, and then they took me around another place, and one time the nurse stopped and said, "Ain't that a pretty view?" And I said, "Yeah."
Did you?
Like that, yeah, because it was the hospital, and you could see almost all of Campbellsville and stuff. And then she goes, "Well, I guess we better get you up there."
Okay. Also, we talked about how being in Kentucky has really been nice. And, you know, we're both from Kentucky, but we lived in North Carolina for 13 years. But it's really nice being in Kentucky because people are really friendly.
Mm-hmm.
And also what I've noticed is it seems like where we're at, we're in a small town, so you get in the hospital really quick. We don't sit around and wait. The day he went to the emergency room, we walked in, I signed the paper, the lady looked at me, pulled the paper in and looked at his name and walked around and opened the door and said, "Just come on in." And we went in, and within 5 minutes of arriving at the hospital, Hank was already in a bed.
Yeah, that's the advantages of a small town.
It is. And the surgery center, when they called us to schedule an appointment, they wanted us to come early. And I said, well, we want ours at 11 or 12 in the morning. And she laughed, and she told us, said, well, then you better just stay up all night if you don't like getting up early, because he has to be the first one here at 6 a.m. And I wasn't happy with that.
No. Yeah, probably wasn't good for you, was it?
But they said they had to bring a truck in with the machine in it to bust up his kidney stone. And we were the first hospital they were going to stop at. And when they got done there, they would have to go to other counties to get it done. So therefore, they said Hank had to be the first one. But they got everything going good, and Hank was gone from the room 7, 8, 9. He was gone almost, I want to say it was almost, yeah, he was gone about 2.5 to 3 hours. It didn't take that long to do the surgery, but from the time they left the room, then he had to be in recovery for a while. So, and I made a video because I really enjoyed my time being there alone. Nothing happening, no caregiving happening, and the cell phone service didn't work, so no texting, no phone calls. I just was reading a book on my iPad, and I really enjoyed that time.
Yeah.
But I have some more. There'll be some other videos that I'm going to put in with this video of Hank before he went in and after he come out, so you can see he wasn't delusional when he came out. Had no side effects of the medicine, did you?
Mm-mm.
Working on the left side this morning.
Yeah.
Nothing to eat or drink?
Mm-mm.
Are you nervous?
Oh, not really.
Good.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm asleep.
Any metal in your body anywhere? Plates, pins, or screws?
No.
Nothing loose or removable in your mouth? Dentures, partials, plates?
No.
Did you take any of your medicine this morning before you came in?
No.
No.
Nothing? Okay. All right. Let's check your bracelet out here. Gregory Brown, 3/1/1966. That be you?
That'd be me.
All right.
She signed both of them. Yes, she did. She's so good.
All right, well, I hope you have fun. I'll see you when you get back.
All
All
right.
right, bye. Okay, so Hank is out of surgery. And how are you feeling, Hank?
I'm feeling okay
Okay.
right now. Just ready to get out of here.
Yeah. And his IV said, what'd you say about your IV?
What?
Do you remember what you said about your IV? You said it was bothering you? Burning up at where the tape's at? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember it now.
Okay. And right now, it doesn't seem like Hank is having any effects of the anesthesia where they put him out. He had to be put out all the way. They couldn't give him something to just make him, kind of sleepy. He had to be put out all the way. Are you having any pain? Okay, no pain, and we're just going to go home.
Waiting for this to come.
You're ready for that to come out? Do you know what that is?
Needles.
Yeah, needles, exactly, your IV. So they're going to come in about 20 minutes and take all that out, and we're going to go home, and I'll keep you guys up to date if he has any side effects from the medicine, but right now it doesn't seem like that he, we're always worried about that, but it doesn't seem like there's any side effects. So I think he's going to do good. We're just going to get him home, and he's going to pass some stones, and this will be over, won't it?
I still gotta pass stone.
You still got to pass the stones.
I thought that's what the truck or whatever comes.
But I can tell you he's on some medicine now for his pain and stuff. Not necessarily pain medicine, but it was for like overactive bladder. That is not good for people with dementia or older people. And I gave it to him anyway because you had frequent urination. So I gave you that. That did not work out. Hank became very aggressive.
He did?
Mm-hmm.
At the hospital?
No, here at home.
Oh.
Do you remember last night being aggressive here? And yelling and stuff? At me?
I don't remember.
Do you remember yelling at Jessica today?
Yeah.
Okay. So you did the same kind of to me last night.
Oh, yeah. I think I kind of remember it now.
Okay.
I hit something, I think, or something.
Mm-hmm. But afterwards, within probably, 5 minutes, he came to me and told me how sorry he was, and he hugged me. And do you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But some of it was pain. I mean, I was hurting.
Okay. Makes sense. Yeah. And then today, when he yelled at Jessica, he did the same thing. It took him just a little bit for it to register. And then you went and hugged her and apologized. And I thought she did good. She cried.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to be tough and strong for Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
So Jessica's still here. She's been here for a while. Be here about 3 more weeks. So she's been a big help. She didn't go to surgery with us, but there was no need to. And I wanted to be by myself, so I was all excited.
Yeah.
If y'all are wondering where we're at today, we're in the basement. Hank was just down here doing some stuff on his computer, and I thought, well, I'm just going to come to the basement, and we'll just make a real quick video, and I've got to go upstairs because I have a client to see.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you want to tell them about your experience, or any information you think they need to know to help them? All the people watching?
Well, I guess I would say if you think you're having a little problem like this, don't put it off. Go get it done and get it over with. Just prolonging it's just going to make it harder and stuff. Wouldn't
Exactly.
you agree?
Oh, I agree. Well, and with the pain, you're not going to be able to put it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
And as a caregiver, I encourage you to talk to the anesthesiologist and make sure they know that they have dementia. I made sure that the doctor knew, which is in his chart, and they did tell us they already knew that. But he had to be put out. Hank had to be put out. And we had to go with that because we wanted to make sure he got this taken care of. So that's what had to happen. He's got pain pills, hydrocodone pain pills, that he don't have to take unless he's in pain. So I don't give him those unless he's in pain. And then I give them to him. I don't give it to him every 4 hours, whatever. I don't give him that. But if he's in pain, I make sure I give it to him. And also, we're only 3.5 miles from the hospital. If he gets in severe pain, they said to just bring him back to the hospital. And that's what we would do. We love living close to the hospital now that we're getting older and all these things happen. We're just so close, makes it so nice. So we think Hank's going to recover, and we'll probably do another video next week, maybe talking a little bit more about, after he goes back on Wednesday to the doctor. All right. Well, we appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe to our channel, hit the thumbs up, hit notifications, and all that good stuff. And we hope to see you next time. So
Alrighty.
we'll play some more. I'm gonna put some pictures up and stuff of you and videos, and then I'm putting a video of me caregiving while you were there. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Okay. So Hank has gone up for surgery. They'll put a stent in and break up his kidney stone, and hopefully that'll pass soon. And I am sitting in his room waiting for him to come back. And I just thought that I would take and just give you a little perspective, a caregiver's point of view. I'm just sitting here in a chair. I decided that I was going to read some, and now I've decided that I'm just going to take and I'm just going to make a video for you guys, and because I want you to know what it's like. And I know it's different for everybody. So, last night, I normally work till 9 or a little after seeing clients, but I went on and canceled my last couple of clients. made sure that everything got calmed down early, that we ate and got prepared to go to bed. I got us both in the bed. I don't know, I think we was in the bed about 8:30. And then this morning when time come, I got up before he did and left him in the bed asleep. And I got up and ate a little breakfast, drank my coffee, tried to relax a little bit before the day started. And when I say a little bit, I mean maybe 20 or 30 minutes. It wasn't a long time that I got. I think it was about 30 minutes. Then I woke Hank up, and then we got ready to come over here. And during that whole process, he's coming back asking me this question, asked me that question. Finally, I said, go sit down till I get ready. Still more questions. Then we come over here. Of course, we're coming in, and I've got to take care of everything. He's right beside me. Everything's fine. And that's still stressful for a caregiver because you know this burden is all on you to take care of him. He went to get an x-ray, and I just walked down the hall with him and stood there while he went in and got his x-ray and come out. But that made him feel better. When they took him back to get his blood pressure, I didn't go with him. And they came out and got me and told me, next time you'll need to make sure you come in with him because we'll have questions. So as a caregiver, I have to come back and do everything to be there for him. And everything was fine. He got his IV. I mean, everything's been speedy this morning. We got here at 6 a.m. And of course, all you guys that know us know we're not morning people. So getting here at 6 a.m. was really, it was just hard getting up. I didn't sleep a lot just because it's not what I normally do. And just thinking about it just keeps me awake. But we pushed through. We got here. Everything's fine. Everybody over here is sweet and nice. And so now he's going to do that. But when they were talking to us about it, everything was fine. And then she said, if anything happens and your heart stops while you're on the table, we will do everything we can to revive you. And Hank says, well, I hope you do. And we laughed. But you know, as a caregiver, then I began to think about that, and that really stressful for me. And I know that's coming to all of us. I know that that's going to happen for all of us. We're all going to die one day. As Hank will say, we're not getting out of this life alive. And it's true, we're not. But it just brings that up. So I'm just telling you, from a caregiver's perspective and a wife's perspective, it's okay. It's okay to be upset. It's okay if I cry today. It's okay if I'm mad today. I want to say it's okay if you're worried some today, if I am. But I don't think worrying excessively is good in a situation, if at all possible. Over 80% of the things we worry about never happen. So if I sit here and worried all morning and all night that this is going to happen, that's going to happen, I'm just taking up my time, worried, when I can just be enjoying life. And I encourage you to try to focus on the moments to enjoy them. I tried to enjoy my time that I spent with Hank before he went up to the operating room. I try to do what I can on that, and it's not easy. And I make these videos because I want you guys to know it's not easy. And I'm a long ways from being perfect, and our relationship is not perfect. We didn't fight this morning, and we didn't argue this morning. I was very irritated this morning. I tried my best to not say anything out of the way or keep my mouth shut. And that is so hard. But he's upstairs, he's getting his surgery, and I'm just gonna sit here and wait. I'm enjoying my time. I'm trying to relax and enjoy my time. They kept saying, you watch TV, you can go to the cafeteria, all these things I could do. And I told them, I just want to sit in here in the quiet and read, or get on my iPad, or make a video for you guys. I just want to do whatever I want to do. And in a way, I kind of feel relieved and free at the moment, because somebody else is taking care of him, and I don't have any stress at this moment because I can just sit here and do nothing. So I encourage you to try to do the same. If this comes around to you, you're more than welcome to send questions. If you have anything like this happening, I can tell you something else I did. I made up a bag full of, it's always cold at the hospital, So I put a heating pad in there. I put a little bitty throw in there to cover up with. I put in water. I made a great big thermos of coffee because I love coffee. I brought me some snacks. I brought like Tylenol and some pills in case I needed them, anything happened. And I brought my iPad, and I made sure to bring an iPad charger and a phone charger. And I wore this real heavy sweater, even though it's going to be 70 degrees here today. In the hospital, I remember it's really cold. And we're close to the parking lot, so I could just run out to the truck if I needed to. But I encourage you as a caregiver, when things like this happen, take it as an opportunity to just do nothing. So we really appreciate you guys watching our videos. We appreciate all the support that you give us. From the way it's looking over time, I know it's just a kidney stone, but I'm probably going to have to just stop working as much at my counseling job and do more things like this, the videos, and taking care of Hank, because I can fit a video in much quicker than I can a session with a client, because Hank's going to need more care. Okay? So if you need anything, let us know. Please keep commenting because it really encourages us, and I hope that this encourages you guys. Thank you.